Welcome back, friends. My name is Eric. This is Mellowseven Gaming. We're playing Football Manager 2019 with Kaiserslautern, Die Reuten Teufel. We've been doing okay. We haven't been doing great. You can see we're still in 15th place. That's where we need to be. We've still got 1 point per match. That's what we think we need to be to avoid relegation. So we're not overachieving at this point anymore. We might be overachieving a little bit, but you know, we're what our goal was. And I think we're doing okay. And the board seems to be fairly happy with me as well. 72%. Club philosophies, club stature, and competitions they're fairly happy with. The rest of it, finances, we're not doing quite as good this time around. We're actually, I think, a little bit over. Yeah, we're a little bit over at the moment, the way things are. But not much. You know, we're doing okay. Hopefully we'll have enough money at the end of this to get there. The strikers we signed kind of, you know, we didn't get rid of enough people at the mid-season there. We have gotten our youth intake. And you can see kind of from here on down, the guys in orange are just on trial contacts. They're not staying. The players that are, we've got a little bit of potential. Sonner Kosick here, attacking mid, right, center. Okay, good natural fitness, good first touch, decent work rate. So maybe we'll get something out of him. Lucas here, defensive mid left. Great natural fitness, very brave, aggressive. Work rate's not spectacular, but it's not terrible. Have to see. Who else do we get that looks decent? Stefan Peters here. Mentals look really good for him. 15 determination, leadership at 12, work rate of 12, teamwork of 7. This might be the new team leader here. Unfortunately, he's only 14 years old, so we're not going to see him for another minimum of 3, you know, probably 4 or 5 years. But there's definitely something to work there. Pretty happy with that. Free kick taking, I don't really care, but the mentals look really good for him. And he's a perfectionist. So this is definitely somebody we want to keep track of. Let's go ahead and we're back on OPZ, by the way, as far as the skins go. We're just going to have to survive seeing some of the hidden information because, frankly, it's the only one that does what I want it to do during games. And that's kind of it as far as that goes. Schedule-wise, the last match we saw was Mainz up here. We've played about 6 matches since then. We lost to Dortmund. No surprise there. 3-0. Probably not really a surprise there, to be honest, either. 2-2 against Gladbach. I would have liked to have done better. They are below us. Essentially, these 3 matches were all against players that were below us, and we managed to get 2 draws and a win out of it. So we didn't lose ground to the guys below us, but we didn't pull away either. So that's a little bit disappointing. Nicholas Kreuzer got the and Nils Peterson got the goals here. You can see we jumped out early. They got a penalty shot right after. They got another one. We responded. And that was kind of it. Second half was pretty boring. Nothing spectacular going on. 1-0 game. Tatsuyuki Amano getting the goal in the 63rd minute. Again, not terribly exciting. A draw against Hoffenheim, 1-1. You know, these 2 draws were away. So and we did win our home game. So I'm not terribly upset with that. I think that's a realistic expectation. Frankfurt beat us, but only 1-0. And Frankfurt is or was the number 1 at the time, I think. Very close to the top anyway. Really, really kind of expected, you know, to lose worse. And sellout crowd for us here in Kaiserslautern. Frankfurt is just up the road from us. You know, major airport nearby for Kaiserslautern is Frankfurt. So a big local rival, as is Mainz for that. Mainz is also very close. Leverkusen, 2-0. I would have liked to have done better against Leverkusen. It was away, though. A draw would have been nice, but you can see we did not play well. We didn't play well anywhere. Kruzer's continued his bad form. So today we've got Werder Bremen. They are in 2nd place at the moment. And, yeah, we don't expect to win this one either. But that's okay. We're at home. Oh, excuse me. It is late. I've got a sleeping cat in my lap. I would show you, but I can't actually reach the camera from here. So we're playing kind of chilled back and relaxed tonight. I had a hard time getting the lights turned on. I know it's not perfect. There's a little bit of green screen fuzz in the bottom, but we're going to live with it for today. So I think that's what does the squad look like injury wise? Do we have anything serious at the moment? Tim Probst we brought up because they said he was too old to be on the other squad, but he wasn't registered, so he's just here. We haven't really got anything out of Stovasser. 4 starts, no goals, no assists. We haven't really got anything out of Peterson. 4 starts, 3 sub appearances, 1 goal. We're not getting anything out of Danny anymore. We're not getting anything out of, well, anybody anymore, to be fair. And my phone is beeping at us here. Is it important? Maybe? I'm recording this way ahead of where the series is on YouTube at the moment. I think episode 1 of the 2nd season just went up yesterday. So maybe episode 2 today. So I'm watching NFL free agent stuff at this point. And no, I don't know what they're trying to tell me here. It was something about Le'Veon Bell, but I don't actually... When I clicked the link, it didn't actually take me there. So, no idea. No idea. Maybe Le'Veon Bell went somewhere. Antonio Brown went to my Raiders. I'm not sure if I'm happy about it yet or not. I like the talent. I don't necessarily like the player. Christian Bielik is out to 1-4 days. Let's continue on. Yeah, we're just not good enough to get the ball to our strikers. That's essentially what I've come to the conclusion. It doesn't really matter who our strikers are. We can't get the ball to them. Do I want David Kalima in the... Let Stovasser play on the second team for a match. Not sure who I want playing. Bielik is... that's fine. We'll put in Ramazan. We'll leave him here for the moment. No, we'll put in Osmar. We'll just give him the day off all the way. See what happens there. Really, the only player down here that I might want in is David Kalima. How many matches have we given Wooters? 5 and 2. Kalima's got 17. Ramazan is starting in the center. I'm kind of wondering if we take out one of our mid... We've got 3 mid centers in there at the moment. Marco's got 5 starts. Let's take him out. We'll put Kalina in. We've got Sven there if we need somebody on the left. Do something like that. Like I say, I do not expect to win this game. Cruiser's not been good. We'll put Kalima in, and we'll go something like this, I think. Hertha's in 6th. They've done pretty well. We'll see how that goes. Oh, sorry. Ugh. Oh, it's only Tuesday, and it's been a long week for me. Tomorrow I get to teach from, well, I think the first class starts at 10, last class ends at 9. But I'll be there probably from 8 to 10-ish, would be my guess. Scouting, difficult challenge, under 19s won. And they're doing fine. 5th place, they're doing okay. They're in the southwest. Freiburg. I think I told you I turned down some interviews with some teams that are changing in regards to the. What if my glasses see through? Hey, got my invisible drink here. Let's see. There we go. What do you think, Jello? Are you hopping down? You gonna hop down? There we go. I don't know how I moved the microphone, but here, let's readjust here a little bit. keep the mic off the screen. I know some people like to have it on screen just so you see how cool they are with their fancy mic, but I don't like mine to be seen. So I think we're still got about that much space. We'll be okay. All right. I wasn't 100% sure I was going to come back for kind of a match in the middle here because, oh, this is interesting. Oh, never mind. It's not what I was thinking it was. It's just the different look of the deal. Hey, it doesn't look too bad. How old is he? 25-year-old, an American. All right. Zero compensation. Contracted with Gladbach. Assuming he's here rather than here. Not too bad. We'll keep scouting him. Interesting enough, let's take a look at something real fast. If we look at our players via a star rating here, we're off. If we look at our current ability, this is a hidden stat here. If we look here, we're kind of running, we'll sort here. So this is the actual database number versus the scout's ability to tell what you're seeing. And this is the actual potential. Now, there's no guarantee you're going to get anywhere near your potential. It's just kind of the max number of points that your player could get to, depending on coaching and personality and lots of other things. So potential isn't as hard-coded as this number makes it seem. Your scout's star ability or your coach's star ability, in theory, should be looking at kind of this plus personality plus, everything else. It also depends on what type of training you have, at your club. So there's a lot more that goes into this. So this number is nebulous at best. Even though it's a hard number, the player's not going to get better than 163. But will he ever approach 163? Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, so if we look at our team right now, and this is what I was looking at to see how realistic us staying up is and how realistic is continuing to save, where if we're just going to continue to be bottom of the pack for another 5 years before we can actually get enough money or enough to build up a squad that's capable of doing anything else, is what I'm trying to say. So we've got one player at 135 right now. Our next player, the only other player that's over 130 as far as current ability, is Aloni. Everybody else is below that. And the third best player is the one we're going to dump because while he may have 126 points and stuff, it ain't in the right spots. So we're starting players. We're resting a couple players. Well, we're not resting that many players. Cruiser's on the bench at the moment with a 121. Nils Peterson has a 125. But realistically, we're kind of around 110 to 120. One player in the 130s, a couple 105s, but we're really looking 110 to 120. If we go ahead and we let's look at middle of the table. So we'll go right here, Leverkusen. And let's just go ahead and throw in a current ability here. Let's go insert column, hidden, 140s and 150s. They've got 150s on the bench. They've got 150s not even on the sub bench, not even the subs. So we're 40 points behind. A good 25%. Right? So what is a 3-star player for them is a 5-star player for us. We can't even tell the difference in the star ratings on these guys because we're kind of maxing out, our star rating, 4 stars at 130. So that gives you an idea. Actually, our scouts are pretty decent, actually. I would say they give you a pretty fair indication. So 2 stars is about 100. This is about 150. So 15 points-ish per star here at this point from starting at a base down here. Our scouts are pretty accurate at the moment about current ability. And if we go ahead and let's look at, say, we don't really have crap on this. Well, that's not true. Let's look at the second team. If we look at potential, I got nobody here. I got one player here, Virgilou, who already knew had potential. This was already the player we thought was going to be something. Some of these other players that we thought might develop later, Toure, nope, he's barely going to get good enough to play on the team now if he gets there all the way, and that's not likely. So we've really only on this entire Kaiserslautern 2 team have one player that's capable of being a sub, really, but capable of playing on a mid-level Bundesliga team. And if we take a look at our under-19s, one player, Andreas Becker here, who's, how old is he? 17 years old. So we could bring him up next year, I guess, if we wanted. So we've got a grand total of 2 players in our youth teams that have the potential to play on that type of team. That's it. That's all we got. This is one of our new players here. This is one of our new players here. So this is one of our youth intakes. So our best youth intake player this year was 118. So I think probably what I'm going to do is we're going to play through this season, and we're going to declare it a victory if we can stay up. Regardless, I think it's a victory. I think if the real-life Kaiserslautern Red Devils were to do what we've done, make it up to get promoted to second league, to Zwei League, and after a couple seasons be flirting at the top of Zwei League, the bottom of Bundesliga, and be able to bounce back and forth and, make 15 to 30 million a season, I think they'd be happy with that. I think they'd take that. And I think the team could stay, would continue to exist at that point. So I would say that what we set out to do is probably counts as a victory, but it is what it is. We are definitely stronger on the left side at the moment. At least with the squad we have in right now. Or we're more comfortable on the left side anyway, so that's how that goes. We're just going to continue a couple more times here till we get to the game. That's the plan. I forgot I was the day before, not the day of. So we're doing okay. Am I leaving the screen? No. Seeing how big my window is. All right, Christian Bielik is reasonable enough. We'll leave him on the bench. He's the other, I guess, starter that... No, we decided to give him a day off. Isn't that what we decided? Yeah, he's down here. And he's got a town of 133. He might get there, but I don't like the balance of where the points are. So 1, 2, Wooters has a potential of 133. Julian Dessinger, 136. We know Virgilou's down there. So we've got, and this is our star player right here. As far as our potential goes, our best player is going to be Ibrahim. And Meffert, but they're already old. Well, no, he's 22 years old. He could get better. Meffert's probably not going to get better. This is probably him capped. At this age, he's not going to improve. We might see some points change places, but I don't think he's going to get better. So I would say Konate is good enough now to play. He's our star player. But we've got a handful of teams that are handful of players that are bottom half at their top potential, but not particularly now. And again, the odds of them reaching that are slim to none. Konate's really the only player that I would say in 3 or 4 seasons should still be starting on this team. And there's a handful, 4 or 5, that should be good quality subs for us. Turn the volume down a little bit. Head into the dressing room. I don't know what the point is. That we're here. Season opportunity. We've got enough games left. It doesn't really matter. We don't really have any breathing room, excuse me. Sure. Those were dumb questions. There's like 7 or 8 matches left in the season. I want to say we're either 1 point up or up on goal differential. That's not any breathing space. One team getting a win here towards the end will change the entire complexion of the relegation race. So we'll see. Coming back. What was that? We probably just had somebody red carded. At the minimum, it's a penalty shot. 1 minute and 18 seconds in. Did we just lose the one player we said was any good? Well, it is a penalty, but we didn't get a yellow on it. I mean, it doesn't matter. We didn't think we were going to win this, but Mueller saves it. Mueller's not too bad. Unfortunately, he's terrible with distribution and passing. If it was just his defense, he's fine. And he's a good goalkeeper for us. For where we're at, somebody who can stop some of that, mistake goals, I'm happy with. I don't have any issues with Mueller, but he's not a Bundesliga quality goalkeeper. He's a Bundesliga quality backup, I would say. So I've kind of give up on tactics to try to solve possession. I just don't think. I've just come to the conclusion we're just not very good compared to where we're at. And that's the problem when you get to the top. The top teams can't go anywhere. So you end up with this huge kind of power differential between kind of the teams that bounce around and the teams that stay at the top. And, here at this level, we're talking European and champion football. If you can be up there, you're making so much more money than the teams out of it. If there's just no way for those other teams to start to accrue talent and to make a challenge. Sort of just getting lucky. Finding, a couple just spectacular diamonds in the rough type of players. Pulling somebody out of their academy. And then either keeping that person or selling them to fund other players. That's the other route. It doesn't necessarily have to be that star player that makes the team. It could be that star player that you sell that allows you to buy a team. We're playing fine. I say I would love to take a point out of this one. I would think that would be. We're at home. A draw against number 2. I'm okay with that. We've got a 6-4 there. Let's go ahead and go to tactics. And we're playing a mono out of positions, to be fair, because we're trying to get Julian some play time. That's all we're doing. But let's go ahead. Let's. No, we'll just take him out. Let's go ahead and put in. Let's put in Schmidt in case we can somehow sneak this on a. Sneak this win on like a penalty set piece of some sort. I'll just leave it like that. We never know when a corner or something like that's going to win us this match. If we can keep it close, one lucky set piece can get us 3 points. Klaassen and Domenik. Is this highlight for us? Dessinger into Raffia. Raffia dribbles out. Feeds it all the way down to Stefaniak. Stefaniak can make a move. He breaks his first guy. Oh, doesn't break, beats the second guy. And now they're going back the other way. There, Clausen feeds it up to Cordova. Cordova's through, but Mueller makes a beautiful diving save. He came out, cut down the angle. Our defense came back. That was pretty well done. Now are they going to get the set-piece goal? Son feeds it in. Cordova this time fouled us. Man, look at the shots. Our two lonely little shots up there versus this. And that's why I would take a save or a draw. I think we're going to... never mind, I was going to praise, but we may not be ahead at this by the time I'm ready to do that. Hahn feeds it in. Stein gets lucky, beats his guy. Canante feeds it out. Schmidt gets ahead on it. Rolls it out. They keep it in. Ping-ponging it around a little bit. Oh, there we go. Zhang ended up all by himself out here. Nothing Mueller could do about that one. They're up 1-0. Fair enough. Nice little play in here. Clausen ends up just drifting mid, losing his guy. He can't recover fast enough. Is what it is. We'll throw a get creative. I don't expect it's going to mean we're going to get another shot. We did. Ah, Schmidt. I have never got this many red cards in a season before. Oh, whoops. Let's fix that. Hold on. This is just there. Wow, it ranks him in youth team scores. They really don't like Leon Clausen. And he's not bad. He's just not great on the right, but he's strong right-footed. I almost missed a corner. No, nothing happened. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's played okay. I mean, he's playing a 6-7. He's not playing badly. On the right side there. They underestimate him. Well, I would have liked the 1 point, but I don't have any reason to bitch about a 1-0 loss. Not considering we got 3 shots on goal. Our defense has played well. Our goalkeeper played brilliantly. We did give up 2 clear-cut and 2 half chances, which I'm not a fan of. I don't mind giving up the goals, especially with the talent differential, but I'd like to not give up too many chances. You know, the chances are kind of what determine our tactical kind of strength, I guess. That's not the word I'm looking for. Kind of our tactical soundness, right? If we're not giving up too many chances, tactically we're doing okay. I think that's fair. Schmidt. We'll issue a warning. Clausen, 1 appearance away. We might not want to play him that one last appearance. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, none of that matters. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to come back here towards the very end of the season, probably this last match. So we'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll come back for Hanover. Depending on if I think we're clear or not. Maybe we come back for Cologne because it's a home game, and I really like the city of Cologne, Germany. So, maybe we come back for that one. But otherwise, we come back for Hanover. I've never been to Hanover, so I don't know. Nothing against Hanover versus Cologne, but I've never been there. So Have I been to... That's the only one I've been to out of the last stretch of this. I think that's where I saw Rage Against the Machine. The best concert I've ever been to, I think, was in Cologne. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time, and we will be back for the conclusion of our fourth season and our first up here in the Bundesliga to see if we are going to survive or if we have a playoff or if we're just going back to Zwei Liga. We'll find out. Till then, see you guys. Cheers.